Sorry, I grew tired of waiting. I received more than a few sideward glances on my way over. What happened in there? Oh, I see. Maybe I was too impatient. Requested it too soon. Damn! Did they give any reason? Was there anyone who spoke out against it? Of course it was Relassa. That pig has hated me from the start. Gothrin's not fond of Argonians, but this is clearly personal. Would you act as my emissary once more? If you go to tell Arun and speak to Gothrin directly, maybe he can settle this. I'll answer what I can, of course. Most Telvanni magisters prefer to be left alone. They dislike and mistrust each other. So they appoint mouths to handle business outside their towers. Of course, the magister's wishes and the mouth's wishes often get tangled. It's imperfect. Just trust me, it's better this way. If the counselors had to deal with each other directly, there would be no peace in Vardenfell. You wouldn't jam a bunch of aelits into a pen together. Mages need room to stretch, room to breathe. I never said House Telvanni was perfect. We take the good with the bad. When I sit on the council, I'll put things right. How's that? Yes. When I achieve the rank of Oathman, I should be able to purchase a slave. I'll free Ioki and we'll toast to our success. That is what we've been working toward, right? I know that some of this feels a little unsavory, but it's necessary. A Telvanni mage doesn't have time to be troubled. Every day I learn something new. Every day I peel back one mystery to reveal another 10 beneath it. If this is the price of that kind of discovery, I'll pay it. Oh, that came out poorly. Never mind. Magister Gothrin reigns over Tel Arum, the fungal tower west of here. He has a sour reputation, but remains one of the most powerful mages in Tamriel. I never had cause to work for him, but Ioki did. He doesn't like to talk about it. I'd be lying if I said yes, but if there's anyone who could get through to him, it's you. Gothrin keeps a few pupils, henchmen more like. You'll probably have to get through one or two before he'll deign to speak with you. Just be careful.
Tell Arun's closed. You got Nick spit in your ears? Tell Arun's closed. Jog off, you fetching nchow. Yeah? Well, I need a stiff drink and a good plow, but you don't see me knocking on strangers' doors belly aching about it. Magister Gothrin's not seeing any visitors. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. So shove off, go-off-face. Disobeying orders, eh? Yeah, that sounds like Relassa. Skeevy little Nick's always sliming around the tower, jamming pies in her gob and pushing us around. To do muck with her. Go ahead. But if I find out you're lying, I'll put a knife in your eye. Vex head. I should have stopped at 4 drinks last night.
Erdosa is not one to try to rise above her station. No, no. Let her be safe among the unseen, the forgotten. That is where it's safe.
Aerith, Giravel, I've had enough of your excuses. Relassa made your task plain. Find those thieves.
I'm sorry, Magister. It will be done.
Whatever it is you want, talk to my cringing assistant.
Ah, greetings. I'm sorry you had to see that. Magister Gothrin is really quite charming once you get to know him. Honestly, he wouldn't have yelled if Relassa's little snoop, Captain Giravel, hadn't interfered. Ah, that. I'm sorry, but Relassa is determined to keep your Argonian from advancing. Typical. I should be mouth. Say, I might have an idea. The thieves Muthsera Gothrin mentioned fled to Shashpilamat. Could you retrieve the goods they stole? Spoken like a true Telvanni. If you bring the goods to me in Sadrith Mora, I'll take credit for their safe return. Relassa's gone to great lengths to discredit me, you see. My Muthsera knows this. If I succeed, he'll see that I am the fitter servant. Muthsera Gothrin will undoubtedly promote me to mouth. Then, in exchange for your help, I'll support your Argonian's petition. One good turn and all that. What do you say? I can't wait to see the look on Relassa's face when Muthsera Gothrin strips her of her title. And the groveling will be delicious. Of course. What can the future mouth of Muthsera Gothrin help you with? A great many things, I'm sorry to say. They pilfered an ancient tome, a rare pendant, and a purse full of gold. Of course, my master was most aggrieved by the loss of several slaves. Strong workers, all. Muthsera Gothrin is sick with worry. No, of course not. I didn't mean to assume. Truth be told, I've always been a fierce but very quiet proponent of beast rights. If you return the tome, pendant, and gold, I think Muthsera Gothrin will still promote me, albeit with a heavy heart. Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance the missing slaves stole Muthsera Gothrin's property before fleeing Tel Arun. Ropefish and other people smugglers sometimes accept magicked items as payment. I'm sure I wouldn't know. My master has a kind and gentle disposition, but children sometimes need discipline, yes? It would really be Slave Master Arenum's prerogative. Unfortunately, she can be irascible. You should know by now that Telvanni alliances often start as fluid affairs. Not that our relationship is fluid. What we've got going here? Rock solid. Sun and Shadow's intentions align with my own. It only makes sense that we should be partners.
take this report to Mouth Relasa, immediately.
Yes, Captain. It will be done.
Here's a bit of free advice. If you cross Relasa Delvi, you cross Magister Gothrin. Believe me when I say, you do not want to cross Magister Gothrin. Captain Giravel, anointed ombudsman to Mouth Relasa Delvi. Noticed you upstairs. Magister Gothrin has little patience for interfering strangers. Even less for interfering assistants like Aerith Sendril. I hope you will, for your sake.
Tread lightly. The slave master is always looking for fresh hands.
Who are you? What do you want? You stink of incense and hookah smoke. Did that beast Gothran send you? We are not goods. Zashanti and her friends prepare to leave this cursed island. No more lashings, no more bitter food. Only the light of the moons drifting across the Topal Sea. We only took Gothran's belongings to pay the smugglers. Bright moons. This one thanks you, Walker. We stored Gothran's trinkets in crates nearby. The smugglers will groan at their absence, but we would rather face the wilds alone than go back to Tel Arun. Wait, what was that noise?
Greetings, Outlander. Cedera Relassa sends her regards. Gathering up these slaves on our own would have been exhausting.
No, no, no.
Damned cats! You lot are going back to Tel Arun. Move out!
You heard the captain. Get moving, Kerr.
No, Darsha will not go! Darsha is free at last.
Don't kick yourself over Relassa outmaneuvering you. Trust me, you never had a chance. Of course, you didn't think she'd let that flat-headed Aerith outnix her, did you? Oh, and don't bother looking for those other stolen goods. My troops have the situation well in hand. Thanks for all your help, Noir. So long.
Almost joined the Maulborn myself. They seemed like good people doing good work.
Finally, another member of the guild. It's good to see I'm not the only one in town.
Once again, it's been a pleasure. Farewell, Sun and Shadow.
There you are. I'm glad you're back. I just had a fruitful conversation with our friend Aerith. Seems that I'm not the only one Relassa's holding back. I think it might be time for a less conventional strategy. I underestimated Relassa. I see that now. She plays the game far better than I do. The only way to win a game like this is to eliminate the player. I know how it sounds. I take no pleasure in it. It's just an unfortunate necessity. Half the Telvanni hierarchy arranged an opening at some point in their rise to power. If you deal with Relassa, Aerith takes her place. It's the best play, Sarah. I knew you'd see reason. Trust me, no one deserves this fate more than Relassa. You may have a Telvanni's heart after all. Aerith told me that Relassa entered her room in the council house just a few minutes ago. Good luck, my friend. Be discreet.
If you are looking for that evil-tempered Telvanni witch, she went into that room.
So, the lizard thinks she can kill me? Come on, then! I'll have her skin for gloves. After I deal with you, of course.
It's done? Thank you, Sarah. Not many people would take a life for their friends. At least I hope we're friends. The house? It makes it difficult to tell sometimes. Aerith and I spoke just moments ago. Things should move quickly. Aerith assures me that the council will accept my petition now. So yes, I'd call this a success. Hopefully no one will give me cause to do this again in the future. Once again, you have my thanks, Sarah. I hope you will consider working with me again. I admit our handling of the Relasa situation was stressful for both of us. I hope we can move past it, though, as friends. Come visit me sometime. I'll make it up to you, alright? I bought some very fine Khajiit tea I've been dying to try. This may surprise you, but the higher I climb, and the more powerful I become, the lonelier it gets. A true Telvanni life always involves some seclusion. But I value our friendship and Ioki's affection. I'd hate to lose either of you.
Thank the aid! To oblivion with these damned mages! No amount of gold is worth this kind of treatment! Sun and Shadow asked me to come measure her for a new dress. Soon after I arrived, a pack of Telvanni thugs burst through the door and dragged her off. One of them shouted something about Tel Arun. That's all I know. Please, just set me free!
Hello? Anyone home? Oh, scrib jelly. Too late. Yes, well, I came to warn Sun and Shadow, but it seems I arrived too late. I guess I should warn you too. My most benevolent master, Muthsera Gothrin, is disgruntled. disgruntled. Oh yes, peeved, in the extreme. Magister Gothrin promoted me to Mouth, but he still grieves for Rolassa. As you know, grief often gives way to anger. Apparently his gentle disposition has limits when it comes to assassinating his servants. Pity I didn't get here sooner. I thought perhaps with time his fury might abate. I'd make all haste to tell Arun if I were you. Muthsera Gothrin respects courage and candor. If you speak to him directly, you might receive better treatment. You go on ahead. I'll wait here for a bit. Best we're not seen together. No offense.
Kismar should be hard at work, but it is good to sit. Either way, this one is not paid, so what does it matter?
I should not be seen talking to you. Others have been punished for far less.
Do you see what he has done to me? This is an outrage. I am a free Telvanni. Go speak to Magister Gothrin. Demand he free me at once. I'm not hurt, but I'm angry. And a little frightened. Gothrin's men snatched me right out of my home in Sedrith Mora, and used a portal to bring me here. And then Gothrin ordered me to be put in a slave cage. Me, a free Telvanni. You are indeed a loyal friend. I felt a bit hopeless, trapped in here without any information. He wants me to feel like a slave, a nobody, worthless. I must warn you, his plan is likely to make you do something for him in order to free me. Ah, that was a most useful cultivation. He has to be worried a bit as well, but is probably safe. Even so, he won't try to help me. I can't say that I blame him. He only just achieved his goal of being Gothrin's mouth. Do you see what he has done to me?
The Magister is expecting...
Eminently predictable, you and your lizard cohort. Ah, the murderer appears. I should thank you for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. Watching you peasants struggle against the inevitable is exhausting. Don't waste my time with flimsy pretense. Did you really think you could kill my mouth and get away with it? I see all. Your clumsy intrigue is no exception. If you wish to save your life and that of your friend, you will perform a task for me. Magister Otheri made a discovery some weeks ago. A relic, or some dwarven device perhaps. He refuses to share the details, so I am compelled to take those details by force. Steal his notes from Tel Naga, and deliver them to my new mouth, Aerith. Magisters care little for the limits of morality, me least of all. I try to avoid turning people into shambling masses of screeching tumors, but in this case I could make an exception. At the very least, your scaled friend will die in chains. That depends on what information you retrieve. If it's useful, we can discuss the terms of the lizard's freedom. That's as much of a promise as you'll get from me. Be grateful I am giving you a chance to rectify the wrong you've done me.